July 30th, 2017. Undead from Cleveland. You're listening to What's Happening in Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Sorry. My bad. And
like someone's tuning in from like Cleveland, Texas right now, and they're gonna be like, I never heard it in any of these streets. And I don't know what he's talking about.
True. I think there's a Cleveland in England somewhere. With your host, Kevin Baird.
Don Anderson.
Oh my God, Don's quiet.
I know, right? And Larry Mack.
God, you know what? Hold on.
Don placed his headset on the table and walked into the kitchen to make a sandwich.
No, I don't use a headset. Is that better?
Yeah,
that is much better.
Well, of course it is, but then it's going to echo.
Well, that's why you should use a headset.
No, that's fine. The headset's not loud enough.
I'm not getting an echo right now.
You could just wear headphones.
And I don't know what it is, because Kevin usually bitches about my echo, and I always use a headset.
You can use a headphone and still use the microphone on your laptop.
Oh, you mean like earbuds or something?
Yeah, that's right. And then it wouldn't echo. But it's not echoing right now, but we know it will. So we'll just deal with it when it happens.
You don't think it's in Cleveland, Ohio?
All right. So what we do on this show all the time is figure out what people did the week before. So, Don, what'd you do this week?
Oh, nothing really.
Go to work?
But that's not. I went to work. Today's National Cheesecake Day.
Oh, and you're not working?
I was supposed to, but I do it every year. I work for both days because it's 2 days long. It's today and tomorrow. Which would not make it Cheesecake Day. It would be Cheesecake Days. But whatever, I guess they don't need to tell you that. Cheesecake Day. It would be Cheesecake Days. Oh, hold on. But jeez, oh man, it's like, did I just talk to myself?
It's like we never did a radio show.
And usually I go in there. Huh?
It's like we never did a radio show before.
I know, right? It's all brand new. It's all new to me. If I'm not doing it on my phone like Tumbling with Tumbleweed Live Tuesday nights at 11.
That's right.
Then I don't know what I'm doing. These computers crazy.
Cleveland sports, wrestling, TV shows that John watches, and some movie news.
The movie news, yeah. A little bit of movie. Nothing like top 10. That's it. Yeah, I normally do work the Cheesecake Day, but for some reason, there's a conspiracy at the Cheesecake Factory, and everybody's out to get me, as far as I'm concerned.
So they don't want to put you on the schedule or something?
Yeah, they didn't. They put me on the schedule as a server, not as the guy working the bakery. But I don't want to work as a server because it's just too crazy for me. It's like, because people wait like an hour and a half to sit down, and then they wait 45 minutes for a piece of cheesecake, and then they get all mad because they're like, why is this taking so long? And it's like, the place is completely packed. It's half-price cheesecake. What do you want from me? So it's like, they came up with that other position. I was like, I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I'll walk around and just deliver cheesecakes to people and get paid for it. Sure. Well, not this year. So
they didn't want you to do that.
I guess they must have given it to somebody else. The thing is I've done it for the past 4 years, every day, every year. So I'm all offended and stuff. And, I don't want to have to do real work. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad that I don't have to, I'm mad that I have to be a server.
The thing that
and not stand by.
The thing that you're employed to do, be a server.
Right. I'm mad because they want me to do my employed for job, and that I don't get the easier, funner job that I thought was pulling over the wool. I was pulling the wool over everybody's eyes with it. I was like, oh, they'll never get this. They'll never get how easy this is and how much money I'm making. So, whatever.
You don't get tipped though, right? Or you get part of the tips or something. They tip.
I don't get no. When I do Cheesecake Day, I do not. I'm an hourly employee.
Oh, okay.
But last year, people were giving me. I walked out there with like an extra $60. They gave me a free meal ticket. Plus, I got paid the hourly. I was like, this is working out perfect.
Huh.
But not this year. I think they caught on to me. And they either have somebody else doing it. And so I'm like one of those people that's like, all right, I'm going to find out who's doing this. I'm going to find out if they were the ones who asked to do this, or I'm going to find out who got me out of here. Like, who pushed me over? You know what I mean? Like who's trying to take my spot, and why don't I have it? Because that's my spot.
Probably not even on somebody's, like, they're not even thinking about it like that, you know? They probably don't even think that you even want it or whatever.
Well, I've talked to him. I talked to him like 3 weeks ago. I pulled the manager aside. I said, "You want me to do that thing with the bakery?" And he says, "Yeah, that'd be great." I said, "Okay, cool." They put out the schedule. I wasn't on it. I pulled that manager to the side. I was like, "Hey, man, I thought you said you wanted me to do this." And he was like, "No, I think they got somebody else to do it." And I was just like, that's when I went like, "Oh, really? Somebody else?" Okay. We'll figure this one. We'll see what happens here. So I'm kind of hoping that like they didn't find somebody else. And that like right now there's the House of Blues. I built that. Not the whole thing, just parts of it. So I'm kind of hoping
it's just me.
I'm kind of hoping they didn't bring anybody in for it, so that the whole place is going like, "Where's Anderson at? Why isn't he here? He's supposed to be here every year."
You think there was like some manager that was just like, "Hey, I noticed you put Don Anderson on there as the cheesecake delivery guy," and they were like, he was like, "Yeah, why?" "Yeah, we don't really want him to do that."
Possibility. I think it's a possibility. I'm a paranoid. I'm a paranoid mental person like that.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Do you want everything to go smoothly or not? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Right.
You
you want to work harder? Okay.
You know, might as well just write the whole day off if Don's delivering cheesecake.
Right. He's only here for himself.
Not a team player. Not a team player at all.
Not at all.
Last year he delivered cheesecake to all the wrong tables.
Remember, I was on TV a couple years ago, and I was all talking about that, and I was like, "Look, I'm on TV with Cheesecake Factory and stuff."
And not anymore.
Not anymore. No, now I'm watching TV with cheesecake.
That's funny shit.
So there you go. But I'll be there all day tomorrow. So you come in Monday, July 31st. I'll be working.
But it's not Cheesecake Day, right?
No, it is.
Oh,
it's 2 days.
Oh,
it's Cheesecake Day, but it's 2 days.
But you're not delivering cheesecake, or are you?
No, I'm going to be on the floor.
Oh, okay.
I'll be a server during the day, and then running at night. Food running at night, not cheesecake.
It's kind of odd to have it on a Monday, right? I mean, you get a crowd on a Monday?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we will. You will get a crowd, yes, because people will come to it, but it won't be as big as it's been. Not like last year when it was Friday, or when it was like Friday, Saturday, or something like that.
Right.
It was just crazy, like wall to wall people. People. I mean, and that's what I was just telling my parents. It's like cheesecake's like $7 to $8 a piece, so you're getting half price. So you're paying like $4 at the most, basically. But you're spending an hour waiting for a table. You're spending 45 minutes. You're going to spend 30 minutes waiting for food if you order food. Then you're going to spend another 45 minutes waiting for a piece of cheesecake. That's $4 off.
And 20% on top.
Right, and then don't forget my tip.
Right.
So it's like just come in on Tuesday.
And it's still 5 times what I can get it for at Baker Square or something for a whole cheesecake.
Exactly. Oh, you don't even want a whole cheesecake at our place.
Oh
no. It's ridiculous. It's like $60. And then they pulled it out. They were like, "Here, this guy ordered one last week. He was like, I want a whole cheesecake." I was like, "A whole one?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay."
And you want to buy it here?
Right. I was like, you don't want to go to the grocery store or something? So he got it there. It was like $60. They pulled it out to give it to me. They put it in the box and stuff. I grabbed it. They go, "That's yours right there." And I said, "Okay, where's the rest of it?" And they said, "No, that's it." And I said, "That's all he gets?" They're like, "Yeah." Never mind. Like, all right, well, he's paying for it, not me.
Sing a song and throw some streamers out or something.
Right.
Confetti fall down from the ceiling. "Thank you for buying a cheesecake."
Right.
Hooray. Delivery? Do you want us to carry it out to your car, sir? All right, well.
So there you go.
Larry, how was your final week of July?
I gotta tell you, it's just wonderful. Because all my weeks are wonderful. I don't really think I did a damn thing all week.
Did you mow your lawn finally?
Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah. Wednesday I was supposed to go out to a bar with a friend, but she was sick. So yeah, I had a chance to mow my lawn finally. So I got that done, which was awesome. And I don't know. Like, I know I shouldn't bitch about mowing my lawn because it's like an hour. I mean, it's not like I have 10 acres and I have to like block out all weekend to do this. It takes me an hour, and that's like with me because I just have the little mower. That's like with me constantly because it had been so long since I did it. Like stop to dump the bag and then start back up, and like my backyard, mow, stop so I can move my fire pit and the chairs, mow some more, stop so I can move the hammock, mow some more. So it's not like an hour of just straight grueling, ball-busting labor. So I know, like, logically and rationally, I shouldn't bitch about it. But I think history has shown us, if nothing else, if I don't bitch about things, the fans just don't care. Like, the fans want to hear me be sad and miserable and bitch about things. So there you go.
There you go.
Miserable Larry.
Let's see. Today, like, most of this weekend was just chill. It consisted of me completely failing to accomplish any of the things that were on my list of things to do around the house. And like, so much of it is, like, half done. But, like, there's that, like, for my ferrets, I have this playpen. But they can climb over the side, so I got some wood, I got some screen, because I originally got like some of the screen, the mesh shit. I was going to cover it with that, but it's too loose and they can get under it. So then I got some wood because I'm going to build out a frame. I get that put together, but it's still too loose. And I'm like, okay, shit, I don't have a staple gun to staple the sides. So it's been sitting there for like a week because I'm too lazy to go get a staple gun and just staple the shit. Stuff like that. Like, I have this like quilt rack sitting in the guest room with all the shit there to hang it, and it's been there for like a week. And like, the last time somebody was here, I had to move it off of the bed in the guest room so they could sleep there. So I'm like working around not doing shit that I need to get done because I'm a lazy bastard. And then today, went up and had some lunch drinks with my friend Susie, and we went and watched the Browns training camp.
Did you ever do that before, or is that your first time?
The training camp, I did like once before, but I was working it. It's back when I was a photographer. This was the first time I ever actually went and just chilled out and watched the training camp.
How'd that go?
Okay, so here's the thing. And I don't know, maybe I'll lose my man card. I don't know. I have been a Browns fan since before most of the people who are going to hear this show were born. Maybe, unless I'm only 20 years old, because nobody knows. But forever, I have been a Browns fan. I have watched Browns preseason games that matter exactly as much as me playing the Browns on fucking Tecmo Bowl. That's how much the preseason matters. I've sat through those games. I have sat through blizzards. I have watched some shitty 1-15 teams every minute of every game. I've done all of that. And I don't understand the people that go to watch training camp.
Right.
We went. I was like, oh, well, that's like kind of interesting watching that guy. And, oh, hey, who is it? I don't know who that is because he's not going to be on this team in a month.
Right.
And you got to pay to get in, right?
No, it's free.
Oh, is it free? I thought people had to buy tickets to go to training.
Well, you have to reserve tickets, but they're free tickets.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, and it's funny because like you're watching it, and I heard someone saying that hey, they're focusing on the run this year. They really beefed up the offensive line. So look at the holes the offensive line is able to open for the running game this season. I'm like, yeah, okay, but they're opening those holes against our defense. So
Right.
maybe our offensive line is no better and our defense is just shittier.
Right.
Like the fact that the one half of the Browns team is able to look really good against the other half of the Browns team doesn't make me all happy. Like, you know what? Let both sides of the Browns team play against a really good high school team and let's see what happens then.
Yeah.
Because yes, you know what? all this is proving is the Browns are good enough to beat themselves, which we've known for years.
Just proves that they're no good.
But I mean, it was fun. You get to see some of the
people were mad when they were going to move the training camp to Columbus, though. I mean, they were.
Oh yeah.
They were upset that was going to go.
Well, yeah, I know it's a big thing. The place was packed. We had to park at the ass end of Berea and walk, I think, 192 miles to the thing, and it was roughly 200 degrees outside. I think with 120% humidity, is just awful. Now, where we parked, we were walking down like a side street to get to the place because you have to go in like the back entrance, and there were some kids that had set up like a little stand out in their front yard selling like water and Gatorade and shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got jumped by a street gang of kids.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
But I was tempted to just tell them, hey, Junior, how about I just give you a 20 and you just give me that whole wagon and a straw and I'll just go to town. Yeah. But, so we went and we did that. And then after that, we went to the bar up the road because there's a bar in Middleburg that has Sunday trivia. So we did a little Sunday trivia. And then I came home to be here with all of you.
Aw.
Hooray!
Yay! Oh, before I forget, though, now that I'm talking about the sacrifices I make for all of you, I won't be here next week.
Oh, you going camping again?
Well, no. Like everybody else, I will be taking part in the cultural phenomenon that is Sharknado 5.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Larry will show up to this radio show for this when the Super Bowl is on, but
not Sharknado 5.
But not Sharknado. Nope.
So, Sharknado 5 is on next Sunday on Sci-Fi, and for those who aren't in the know, as far as where Sharknado 5 is at, in addition, obviously, to Tara Reid and Ian Ziering and the usual people, Fabio is in this one as the Pope. Charo is in it as the Queen of England. Bret Michaels and Olivia Newton-John are in it, but I'm not sure what they're doing. But because now the Sharknadoes have gone worldwide, it's a global friggin' disaster just waiting to happen. So I will absolutely be having a viewing party at my house, and my one friend is coming over that I usually watch these with, and she said she would cook them. So I am on the prowl looking for a place where I can buy some shark steaks, so we can have some shark steaks and scotch and watch Sharknado 5.
You just find ways to make good things better.
Okay. I did technical stuff all week, which was not really that interesting. I got 32 terabytes of extra hard drive space, so I was distributing that on my various projects and setting things up. I have this laptop now that's an anonymous laptop, and I was trying to see if and I'm still it's still a work in progress. I'm trying to see if I can exist with a machine on the internet and be completely anonymous, not be tracked by anything. Not I was going to set up an email account, but email accounts lead to either established email accounts if they're free, so they can track you that way, or you have to pay for them, and so they can track you through your payment process. So I think there's some ones out there that I can find that are actually completely that aren't going to ask me for anything additional.
You can't hide behind some sort of Bitcoin nonsense?
Well, see, that you can hide behind Tor, which I do for the network, but I'm just saying my complete identity. What can you really do on the internet without giving up your identity these days? And it's pretty difficult to do anything and accomplish anything that's productive without having some login that can be traced back to you, so they can stick a cookie on you, all that fun stuff. So, I mean, you can do stuff, obviously. You can look at the news or whatever, but you can't do much. It's interesting. So, that's kind of just a side thing I'm tinkering with, and just some other technical stuff. My garden, I still haven't cooked my squash, and I have more squash now, and I had a shitload of cucumbers, and that's about it. It's not that exciting. It's my summer.
Woo!
just I thought about going to the Russian festival this weekend, but I was like, what do Russian people eat? Like, I don't even know what I would get.
Borscht, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all borscht and vodka.
Right. I mean, I know there's more than that, but I just.
And let me tell you,
We'd like
it
to
was
think there's more.
it was 90 degrees and muggy today. I want me some nice borscht and vodka.
Yeah, warm
So
vodka.
I want to sit out there. Really, anything potato based, I want to put it in my stomach right now and sit outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't. It wasn't pulling me in. Next weekend is the Ukrainian festival, which I can't imagine is much different than the Russian festival. I mean, maybe there's wars that are started over those kinds of
Yeah,
sentiments.
I was gonna say, don't tell a Ukrainian that; they'll beat your ass.
I really don't know what the difference is in terms of
I made
food.
that. I've made that mistake. Like, aren't you guys just a part of Russia? Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I know who you're talking about. That's pro-Ukrainian, and she would probably yell at you about that.
No, she's Croatian.
Oh, is that what it is? Croatian.
Yeah, she's the one who lost her mind when I said aren't Croatians and Serbians basically the same thing, and she was never going to speak to me again. And her family declared a blood feud on me until I went over their house and helped torch a Serbian flag in the backyard and bomb a Serbian church or something.
Better not tell them you're friends with Alexa, though, because that'll be it. It'll be the end. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do our drinking game with the Metro News of Cleveland. If you've never played before, basically it works like this. We're going to read the Metro News, and if somebody gets shot, you have to drink. If it happens on the east side of Cleveland or in Lorraine, you have to drink, / Elyria. And if Jennifer Acacia gives the announcement, you have to drink.
Pretty sure it's like Siaccia, but okay.
I think it's ACCICA or something. Oh, I'm getting an echo now. God damn it, Don. I don't even know if it's Don's fault. I'm just gonna
I was gonna say, did he suddenly start using his headset?
No. Wait, what?
I'm getting an echo. Are you
Fine.
saying that?
You know what? It doesn't matter how she pronounces her name because soon enough it's gonna be Mac.
It's just drinking. It's a reason to drink.
Yeah, but so
All right.
let's just say Jennifer Mac.
We got a few of these this week. We got more than a few. Lockland, Ohio. Authorities say a woman has been charged with murder after fatally shooting another woman at a drive-through store near Cincinnati. It's a shooting. Drink.
Great.
The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says 42-year-old Tiffany Smith, not really the name of someone that you would imagine would be killing people, charged in the slaying Saturday of 32-year-old Lacey Ray King at the drive-thru in Lockland. It's unclear whether Smith has an attorney. Oh, well,
It's weird. Usually it's the killer where we get the middle name.
it's true. Sheriff's Office says in a statement that King and other people in a car began arguing with people whom they knew standing inside the drive-thru. The statement says Smith struck King in the head with a gun and then shot her once in the upper body. King was pronounced dead at the hospital. Don't get in the way of people trying to get their drive-thru beer in Ohio. That's not a good idea. Shot. Okay.
Don't get my beer.
Cleveland. Oh,
Can I just say that the drive-through beverage store remains one of my favorite business models ever?
damn, that echo's killing me. I don't know what it is, Don. You gotta get headphones, man. You just gotta get a effing pair of headphones because this is ridiculous.
All right. I'll be back in a minute.
Cleveland, Ohio. A 25-year-old man is dead after being shot Saturday morning.
There we go.
Everybody drink.
Drink.
The man suffered a gunshot wound to the chest during the shooting that happened shortly before noon on Spruce Court off West 25th Street. Cleveland Police spokeswoman Jennifer Ciacia said. You're right, it's Ciacia. Or, what is it? C-I-A-C.
I think it's like Siaccia.
Ciacia.
It ain't Cicacia.
I know.
Because it's C-I-A-C-C-I-A.
Say it again.
like
It's pronounced
Sriracha
Mac.
or something. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should just call her Mac because I love her, and we're getting married.
Maybe we won't use her last name. We'll just call her Sergeant Jennifer for anonymity.
There you go.
The Cleveland Metropolitan Housing Authority police responded after a report of a man shot in a hallway, she said. By the way, that was 2 drinks on this.
Wow.
We should probably include West 25th Street, and this could have been a hat trick, but this week we'll not do it. But maybe next week, because West 25th Street is it's a very active street in Ohio.
It's the near west side.
It's a lot of things happen there. Yeah. It's a weird place too because there's like projects, and then there's a fancy restaurant. It's a really weird place.
Yeah. For the people who aren't from here, basically, there's the east side, which is Beirut, and then you cross a bridge, and it's West 25th.
Yeah. In fact, it's like West
Or
25th.
under-
So if you can get across the landmined Escape from New York bridge, you're on West 25th. So it's not technically the east side, but there's a whole lot of like interlopers from the east side there.
And all your trendy restaurants.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. That
It's trendy. Yeah, for some reason it became trendy back when they decided, hey, we're going to build up Ohio City before they realized that, because here's another thing for everybody outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Like years back, they came up with this brilliant idea to revitalize some of the inner city neighborhoods where they said, you know what? Okay, this area is a shithole, but if we put like $200,000 townhomes right here, wealthy people will move in and people will respect the neighborhood more, and that's how we're going to build it up. What actually happened was those things immediately got spray painted, vandalized, and broken into because it was still a $200,000 townhome surrounded by the hood. But as a result, you have these areas like West 25th where you have these beautiful townhomes in Ohio City, lots of trendy restaurants, and then across the street is the projects, the unemployment office, the check cashing joint.
It's crazy. Tremont's like that too.
Yeah.
Very trendy and
Yeah, like Tremont, great neighborhoods, but you don't dare go out on the patio because you'll get shot in the head.
right. You'll go to a fancy restaurant and then walking back to your car, you'll get mugged.
Right.
That's just part of going there. Cleveland, Ohio. Oh no, wait, this is the same one. Preliminary information from police indicates the man visited a woman at a home on Spruce Court. Witnesses said they heard gunfire and saw 2 unidentified men run from the scene. The men took the victim's car after one of them took a weapon from him, according to police. Police found the car unoccupied about 3:30 p.m. on Colgate Avenue. Now, I'm not sure where this town is. Wapakoneta, Ohio. Ohio police say a rare gold replica of the lunar space module has been stolen from the Armstrong Air and Space Museum. I don't know how you get a whole space module out of a museum. Do you just walk out with
It
it?
was like a replica.
You have to wear a big
A
jacket.
rare gold replica. I guess it's not that big. It would be weird if somebody took the whole lunar lander module.
And like the security guard didn't notice. Like, just have a nice day. Thanks for coming. Come back.
5 guys just lifting it up, carrying it out. Police in Wapakoneta in northwest Ohio responded to an alarm at the museum just before midnight Friday. So somebody went in after dark. This is really weird. And discovered the 5-inch high, it's solid gold replica had been stolen. Well, that's melted down already.
Nice.
Replicas of
That's
the
like
lunar
5 inches.
excursion module produced by Cartier were presented to Neil Armstrong and his 2 fellow astronauts, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, in Paris shortly after their historic space mission. Armstrong,
That's
a
gross.
Wapakoneta native, became the first person to step onto the moon's surface in July 1969. The FBI and the
Allegedly.
Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation are assisting Wapakoneta police in an investigation of the theft. Yeah, I guess 5
Some people-
inches of pure solid gold lunar module. You got to melt it down, right? That's not something you can really just sell on the black market. Like, I have the solid gold lunar module.
Yeah, I mean, even assuming you could find a fence who would move something that distinct, I'm thinking there's not a big market for it.
Right. Right. Somebody's. Oh, I actually know a buyer that's.
Yeah.
He loves
Yeah, some dude was just saying,
space
you
jewelry.
know, if you get any like lunar module, I'm paying top dollar.
Hey, it's crazy.
And more importantly, I'm thinking like the black market movement through Wapakoneta, Ohio. I mean, I suppose you could be like, no, we can't move it here. We're going to have to make a road trip to Toledo or fucking something.
It's gonna end up on Pawn Stars and shit.
It's probably already on eBay.
I don't know what to do with it.
No minimum.
Gold-plated lunar lantern. A 46-year-old man in Cleveland was struck by a car during a hit-skip crash Saturday morning on Cleveland's east side, police say. That's a drink. Incident happened shortly after 2 a.m. on Miles Avenue at East 120th Street. Cleveland Police spokeswoman Sergeant Jennifer said, "Everybody drink." Hey. The victim was taken to Metro Health Medical Center with life-threatening injuries.
Industries.
Jennifer said. He is in the intensive care unit, she said. The man was talking to another person while standing near the curb, she said. He turned across Miles Avenue and was hit by a car. The car did not stop.
No.
So, Don, what were you doing on 120th Street?
I was looking for crack.
I was trying to find Wapakoneta.
I was looking for that magical bridge that gaps west side to east side.
And this week, there was a...
Okay.
Did you guys hear about the Ohio Fair accident?
Yes.
I guess there was a ride that... I'm not going to read this whole thing. There was a ride
Fell
that...
apart.
Yeah, basically... What did it do? It swung back and forth, and then it just launched into the air or something. And
It was swinging. It was like one of those pendulum looking things that you sit at the bottom of, and it swings from the top, and it goes up, and then comes back down and goes up, like half circles, not like a full circle. It went up all the way to the one side, and then as it came down, I think like a piece of it fell off or something. So they put the emergency brake on. And when it came down, it hit the emergency brake. It knocked off that piece that had like 5-6 people on it, and that went flying. And
all the people flew out of it, though, right?
not all of them. Just like there was like 4 or 5 cars on it, and only one car fell out.
Oh, okay.
But there were like 5 people injured, and 1 kid died.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. So
needless to say, his family has announced that they're
suing.
Yeah, going to sue them for wrongful death. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's the kind of stuff you heard like all the times growing up. I would hang out with Clay Mueller, and I'd be like, "Come on, it's North Olmsted homecoming," and he'd be like, "No, my parents won't let me ride those rides. They say they're dangerous, they're broke." And then you go through your whole life, and you never see anything like that. And then now I'm older, and I got an 11-year-old who loves going on those rides. And it's like, oh, they just fall apart. And they just blow up. Okay, well, I don't want her going. Now I understand why his parents were thinking, you know?
Like, I will say this. Like, I have always been a firm believer that when it's your time, and it doesn't matter. Like, if it's your time and you don't go on the ride, you'll be the one that it falls on.
Right.
But I will say, like, you look at how much they put into, like, you know, Cedar Point and all those joints with all the constant inspections and the constant maintenance and whatever. And then these fairs, they're doing the exact same shit, except some carny that's traveling across the country making minimum wage, he puts it together this afternoon.
Right.
People ride on it, and then the next day he takes it apart, drives it to the next town, and they just build it back up again. It's like,
and that's the thing.
That doesn't even conceptually sound safe.
Those are the same guys. They're mad because they're all out of cigarettes and they don't know what city they're in, and they're like, you know, I was me and Jody over here. We were, you know, doing this and this and this, you know, and now she's run off with that dude with 2 teeth. And
it's fine. We spent literally 25 minutes erecting that thing this morning.
Yeah, it works to a point.
No, I mean,
Hungover.
yeah, it's true. I've never been a fan of those rides either, but you know, it's because they just do seem dangerous. But I think that's part of the thrill for people. They're like, we can die. This is great, ain't it? You know. Woo!
Man, we could be dead in a minute.
So I don't know.
Hurry up, let's all get on.
Most of them just want to make you puke. That's just
Yeah.
the whole purpose. Parma, Ohio.
Oh boy.
Parma Police Department is asking for help identifying a man who robbed a jewelry store Friday afternoon. A man
Poops on
entered
cars.
Gustav Julian Jewelers about 3:30 p.m. and waved a dark-colored handgun and demanded money from employees, Parma police say. The man, who was wearing a wig and a surgical mask, ran away from the store located in the 7,000 block of State Road and drove off in a gray late-model Ford Taurus with damage to the left side, police said. It is unknown how much money was taken.
Wait. So the guy went into a jewelry store, didn't steal jewelry. He hit everybody up for whatever was in their wallet.
Apparently, yeah.
You could trace that jewelry, you know.
And, yeah, he had a wig and a surgical mask on. If you see that guy come in, call the police.
Yeah, like pretty much once he hits the door, I'm just pressing the button on principle. Like
Right.
if it's legit and he's just wearing the surgical mask because he's one of them old people that walks down the street wearing a surgical mask and be like, "Hey, cops,
Asian.
my bad, but look at the guy." So that's why I hit the button. It's good.
Yeah, maybe he's got a bad cold and he doesn't want to spread it. He's got SARS or something. But I don't think so. He's got a problem with his hair. Cleveland, Ohio. 3 men and a juvenile face felony charges after police found them in possession of 9 of 70 guns stolen from an Eastlake gun store.
Oh, they found the guys, huh?
Well, they found 9 of the guns.
Right. They found the guy. They found guys with the guns, though.
Yeah. Eastlake's where Brian lives, so he can
Yeah.
duck when he's on his way to work. DeJonta Williams, 20, Charles Hall, 19, and Anton Phillips, 20, are charged with possessing stolen property and carrying concealed weapons. The juvenile was also arrested in Phillips' car about 10 p.m. on Euclid Avenue near East 82nd Street. Everybody drink, according to court records. Cleveland police stopped Phillips' 2001 Honda Accord for failing to use a traffic signal while driving.
Yeah.
Officers also cited Phillips for driving with a suspended license. 9 guns were found in Phillips' car, were stolen earlier in the night during a break-in at a Sherwin Shooting Sports on Vine Street in Eastlake.
That's right.
I'm going to throw this out there.
Yeah.
Pro tip for all our fans who are considering a life of crime. If you're driving around with stolen guns in your car, you're gonna want to go ahead and obey the traffic rules. Like,
Right.
Don't speed, use your turn signals. You know,
Stop at stop signs.
right? Yeah, you're gonna want to, just say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have them in your car. Why do you need 9 of them in your car? What are you doing? You're gonna have a total. Shootout going on.
That's how you show how hard you are on the streets.
Probably have 9 guns, no ammunition.
Right. I got 9 guns and 1 bullet. This bullet doesn't fit in any of the 9 guns.
The Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, which I guess now it's called, ATFE, said 70 guns, including 10 long guns, were stolen from the business. The ATF and Eastlake police are investigating the case. They have not said if they believe the 4 arrested in Cleveland are responsible for the break-in. Oh, so what are we saying? That somebody was like, hey, man, I got a really good deal on these. They just fell off a truck.
I'm going to sell you these 9 guns.
I
Give
got
me $10.
guns. Yeah. $1 each.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's how they came to 10, because they're that dumb. I'll give you 9 guns for $1 each. So what are you talking about? $10. Oh, okay.
Cleveland, Ohio. A Cleveland woman is accused of scamming 159 people in the U.S. and Canada out of more than $189,000 through a scam in which she took money for products she advertised on Facebook and rarely delivered. Zenup Zby Maddox, 23. I don't know, man. Zienup. And then SBEIH. Zbay Maddox is charged with theft, a 4th-degree felony, and telecommunications fraud, a 5th-degree felony. She is not in police custody, but a warrant was issued Friday for her arrest. I'm sure she's driving to Mexico right now, although she probably won't get very far with that name. Detectives said Zbay Maddox has continued to scam people on Facebook even after the investigation was launched, according to court records. An Arizona woman was scammed out of more than $10,000, court records say. The woman ordered $200 worth of small items from Zbay Maddox's Facebook page on November 1st, 2016. Zbay Maddox delivered those items. The woman ordered more items from Zbay Maddox, but those were never delivered, according to court records. The woman paid Zbay Maddox in various ways, including Amazon gift cards, PayPal, and MoneyGram. Zbay Maddox.
Okay, you know what? If you want PayPal, Amazon gift cards, and MoneyGram, I ain't spending $10,000 at your online store.
Zbay Maddox kept telling the woman she would deliver the items. In one instance, Zbay Maddox said she was 3 minutes away from the woman's home and would be hand-delivering the items, court records say. Zbay Maddox never showed up or contacted the woman again, court records say. The woman notified police, who launched an investigation. Additional charges in the case are expected to be filed as the investigation proceeds. I wish I knew what she was selling.
I know.
I want to know because I want to know if I've seen the advertisement or not. But, oh well. What are you going to buy from somebody for $10,000, dude?
I know, right?
That's
And online. So, like, sight unseen.
Well, there's lots of stupid people out there that'll buy anything online just because they're dumb.
That's why a lot of these people who get scammed, I have a real hard time feeling sorry
Right.
for.
Yeah.
But like if I'm spending $10,000 on something, I'm buying a car or something like that, and I'm sure as hell gonna see the car, drive it a little bit. I'm just gonna be like, hey, that picture on your Facebook page, that looks like a good car. I'll give you $10,000 for it. Let me run up to Drug Mart and get $10,000 worth of Visa gift cards and send you the numbers.
Brooklyn, Ohio. A Brooklyn man faces animal cruelty charges that accuse him of shooting and killing a cat with a bow and arrow, police said. Carl Anthony Novak, 19, is being charged with 1 count of animal cruelty, a 5th-degree felony. The case remains under investigation, and Novak could face more charges, police said in a news release. This is the weird part right here. Novak was arrested Friday after police investigated a complaint of an illegally discharging a firearm.
A bow and arrow?
While police were investigating, Novak confessed to a number of incidents, including shooting and killing a family cat on Winter Lane near Bidoff Road, May 8th, police said.
Talk about not keeping your cool in a police interrogation. We're looking for somebody around here. Did you fire a gun? Oh my God, I killed my mom's cat. Yeah. Oh, is that what you were shooting? No, it was with a bow. Wait, what?
And then
I got girls chained up in the basement too. Fuck. You got me.
And then this sentence is really written weird, and I don't know if it's true or what, but it says, a man told police his cat was shot with a bow and arrow and then stolen, according to a police report. So somebody shot the cat and then stole the cat?
Like the arrow had a string on it or something, and they hit the cat and then dragged it back, and he was like, Fluffy, no!
Yeah. It just... Somebody's walking around with like a fur all of a sudden. This Novak kid. Look at this cat fur hat I've got. That's my cat. Novak is being held in Brooklyn City Jail until his arraignment in Parma Municipal Court. Yeah, definitely. Listen, going with Larry's Life of Crime handbook, definitely do not confess to additional crimes.
Right.
No.
At any point.
I have always maintained that, like, if the police, like, I'm not talking to the police without a lawyer. I don't care if they want to ask me about the murder of somebody in frigging Arizona before I was born. I'm not speaking unless I have a lawyer in the room, because otherwise that's what happens. They're like, hey, we just want to talk to you about this. Oh, no, I don't even own a gun. But I did totally kill a cat with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
That's not what you're here about, is it?
I think what it is, and a lot of times is like they keep taking you into that interrogation room
Right.
over the course of 2 days, and you get no sleep. And
Yeah, they just-
eventually, you're so tired, you're just like, I killed everybody. I did it.
they just keep feeding you coffee and won't let you out of the room. And you're like, I killed my neighbor's cat, and they call your neighbor, and your neighbor's like, I don't even own a cat. I never did. He's like, of course he doesn't own a cat because I killed it. Just please let me go.
Yeah, let me die. Just let me die.
Yes. What do I need to sign?
Yeah.
I did it.
Quickly, just lethal injection me. Just let me go
Right.
to sleep. Akron, Ohio. 3 people were wounded early Friday in a shooting outside an Akron nightclub, police said. 2 men, oh, by the way, it's a drink. It's shooting. 2 men, ages 22 and 23, and a 20-year-old woman were injured just after midnight outside Deja Vu nightclub and hookah lounge on
This
South
has never
Main
happened
Street,
before.
police said in a news release. It's kind of weird that you can't smoke in bars, but you can do that hookah thing, right? Isn't that
Right.
smoking? Like, isn't that... Because, I mean, I
Yes.
know, like, it's not... But you're blowing... I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
It's not whatever. It's not nicotine or whatever.
Yeah, I guess it's not, but still smoke. Like, you got... Yeah.
Well,
I think it's-
like
I think
like
it
you
was-
technically you're blowing smoke when you vape.
Oh, okay. The 22-year-old man and the woman were taken to Akron General Hospital for treatment. The 23-year-old man was taken to Suma Akron City Hospital, police said. Who cares? I've never understood why they tell us which hospital the victims go to. Like, who wants that information so
In
badly?
case you want to go visit him.
Right.
I mean, they don't tell you who they are most of the time. And they tell you, well, if they're at this hospital. Okay, I can't tell you their names, but this
Then it becomes like a Terminator thing where you're hunting them down.
this is where we took them. And sometimes, yeah, like this case, they go to different hospitals, which never makes sense to me. They're like, what are there, 2 different ambulances? And they're like, well, we don't have enough room in this one, so you got to drive him to the other hospital. Okay.
One had better health insurance.
Right.
Yeah, or they get the helicopter. The life flight comes and gets you. No arrests have been made in the shooting. Several people were seen running away from the nightclub after the shots were fired. Really? Really? There was a shooting at a nightclub.
How do you go to a nightclub and hookah bar and not arrest somebody?
Right.
Like everybody in there, I'm sure you could arrest for something.
Well, think of all the witnesses that were there. It's a nightclub, and you didn't arrest. I don't know who did it.
Don't act like you would be hanging out to answer questions.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe there'd be a lawsuit. Could sue. And did you guys hear about this guy in Fairview that just like killed somebody and just walked up to the police and was like, "I killed this person"?
I didn't hear that one.
Well, now it says Rocky River, but that's because he's in court there. Rocky River, Ohio. A man who walked into a police station and confessed to killing a woman in Fairview Park appeared for the first time Friday in municipal court.
Yeah.
Jansen Lang, 33, or Liang, I don't know how you say that, is charged with aggravated murder in the killing of a woman who was found dead Thursday at an apartment complex.
We found this woman dead. Well, it's because I killed her. Oh, okay.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Lang waived his right to a preliminary hearing during his appearance Friday in Rocky River Municipal Court. The case was bound over to Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court. Lang, who is not an American citizen and is in the U.S. on a green card, remains in custody on $1 million bond. That's going to be great for the anti-immigration people or whatever. The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner's Office has not released the identity of the woman who was found dead Thursday at the Fairview Village Apartments on Lorraine Road near Worcester Road.
Yeah.
Investigators have not said how the woman died. Lang was arrested Thursday evening after he walked into a police station in Cleveland and stated he'd killed someone in Fairview Park.
Well, that's pretty much how they caught Kevin Spacey in Seven.
That is true. Yeah.
like one day at the Rocky River Police Station, they're just standing there. Some bloody dude walked in. Detectives.
You know, it's an interesting, like, there's just like an interesting thought process that goes on probably in that guy's head. He's like, well, I got to turn myself in, so maybe I'll drive to the Cleveland police station instead of the one in Fairview, and turn myself in. You know, and then you're probably thinking on your way, and you're like, what do I say exactly? Like just, hi, can I help you? Yeah.
I want to report a murder.
Yeah, I killed somebody. You what? Well, not here, like back at my apartment. You know?
Like basically, I'm here because I'm hoping that you guys can send somebody to get her body out of my apartment. Because I actually killed her last week, and like, it never occurred to me, but you cops would not believe how tough it is to sneak a body out of your apartment. Like, I thought I could chop her up in the tub and like flush it down the tub. No. So I need somebody to go remove the body. And I don't know, I'll pay the fine or whatever.
I'm not really from around here, so I was just going to go home to my country of where I'm from, because I mean, I'm not really even an American. Oh, I can't leave. Is that what
yeah. What I'm hoping is, you know,
in my country, this is legal, by the way.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to my country, and I can't afford the flight, so I'm hoping you guys will just deport me now. No,
I can just.
Oh, I can spend 25 years in prison, and then you'll deport me. Oh, that sucks. You know what? I was just kidding. Yeah. I'm just gonna go home.
Right? Yeah, this is just a big joke.
I just wanted to see like what would happen if some crazy guy did that. I don't look crazy, right? I mean, I wouldn't do that.
As long as we can't see you.
So messed up. Cleveland messed up. People always getting shot in my city. It's crazy.
Yeah, I went back to Ohio.
War zone.
And people got shot.
Although it's not like Chicago or anything. I mean, Chicago's just got to be ridiculous.
At least we're not Detroit.
We're not Detroit.
I feel like we've lost 300 people so far this year. It's like the year's half over. 300 people. Like, I mean, that's just crazy. It's just like, there's just guys driving around just shooting people all the time. I don't know. I don't get it. Because if you're that mad, well, we talked about this last week. Apparently, you guys would just completely kill people if you get away.
Yeah, I would absolutely murder people.
But
I want to make this clear though. I would not murder 300 people.
Oh,
well, that's good. Well, at least we're reducing the body count already.
Yeah.
For the
like my backyard will never be like Chicago. Right.
I don't know. It's crazy. Settling things with guns. Like, why can't you just, beat a guy up or something? Because it's.
What if he's bigger than you?
Well, I mean, okay, but you get a baseball bat or something.
Just... I mean, Lord knows, if I had a problem with Brian, I ain't gonna beat him up because that's just not gonna happen.
He'd stab you with a
now
dull knife. You'd have a very dull
like,
knife.
Like I'd shove him in and be like, "Oh my bad."
Yeah, be painfully scratched up by a dull knife. Just the stupid rings and belt buckle and shit. You'd be all cut up from.
Yeah.
Leather jacket and chains. I know these days it's all flannel and a big beard. Your handle just gets stuck in that beard. Let go of it. Oh, stop pulling my hair.
Well, more importantly, I would have to endure the first half hour of, you know what? That's it. Put down your phone and stand up so I can beat your ass. No, put down the phone and stand up. I'm serious.
He'd
I'm not
have to
even
pull
playing.
up his pants.
Like, he'd be like, whatever.
He doesn't have his shoes on.
Watch this YouTube video. I don't want to watch the YouTube video.
Look at this on my phone. Look at what I got there. Stop it. So crazy. A guy with ADD and a cell phone is just a recipe for disaster. Smartphone.
That's why half of every game night is, Brian, it's your turn. Brian? Huh? Look at this. Watch this. Just watch this one, though. But it's your turn. I thought we won already.
What am I doing? What are the rules? Yeah.
I attack. Where's the 20-sided die? It's a card game, Brian.
Give me a die. I need a die.
I gotta get glasses. That's my next thing. I cannot read things at night. In the evening, like the small print on things, I am no longer able to see things up close.
Even with those giant magnifying glasses you keep around the
No,
house?
I can do it with the magnifying glass, but I can't read a book at night anymore. Like comic books or anything, I just can't read them anymore. If I wake up during the day, I'm fine, but it's like in the evening time, like I don't know what it is, but when the evening time comes, like my vision gets worse. So
I went to the comic shop the other day, and did you know they're still making a ROM series?
they started
Oh my
again,
God.
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. They got like ROM Space Knight versus Transformers. I was just like, what the hell? I didn't even want to get into it.
It's not Marvel anymore, though. It's like owned by some.
No, it's like IDJ or IDG or something like that. Some kind of, I can't remember the name of it. It's an independent place.
I'm really not sure about the rights on that, like the legality.
But that's what I'm wondering now. Is like because
It's in
doesn't
the public
Mattel-
domain. They don't care.
Mattel owns the rights to
Yeah,
or
ROM.
right?
Right.
Yeah, not Marvel.
Right, unless they
So-
bought the but Marvel owns a lot of the lore that's around it because they built all that up like Mattel didn't. Mattel owns the ROM
Right.
Space Knight, but all of that from the series, you know, the where he comes from and you know,
Right,
all of
that
that
stuff
crap.
is-
That's all. Nobody
That's
probably
all crap.
cares about it, but that's still owned by because they still use it. You know, they still talk about the Space Knights and
Right.
Bob Galador. Or whatever.
I just thought it was weird because we went to the comic book store last week, and then I was just walking through and I saw ROM, and I was like, wait, what?
It's Kevin
Because
Feige.
I just gave all those. I just took him all to Holiday's house so he could read them, like a couple weeks ago.
I've got them all digital, even the Ultimates.
Yeah.
But I haven't read them all. It's hard because it's from that earlier era of comics
Right.
where it's
That
just
long
real
gone.
cheeseball storylines.
Ugh.
And,
Yeah.
you know, it's just really
Oh, I know.
not.
I was there.
I don't know when comics really started getting good. I mean, you can find one-off examples, but I mean, like when they stopped being written like with childish storylines, like when they actually started.
That's
doing
when
stuff that was-
when I stopped reading.
you-
When I stopped reading, they got more
No, I
serious.
mean,
That's why I get confused now.
They were serious, like with X-Men. X-Men had some serious storylines, even the classic
Oh,
X-Men.
yeah.
You know,
The
I
Fall
mean,
of
nobody
Mutants and
dies or anything. They kind of never wanted to kill anybody, but you know, like
They
murder.
died in the Fall of the Mutants.
Yeah,
In the,
right. But I'm saying in general, in the Ultimates and things, they kill people. But
so I never got into the Ultimates, so I don't know.
yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
in the 70s and stuff. I think like that was still all real. Like
That's just because it was still comic booky.
yeah,
You know,
it's like the
they
Hostess
were like, you gotta-
ants type stuff. You know,
Right. They're like, it's a comic book. You're just supposed to suspend your disbelief and just deal with it.
right. Maybe when Batman became the Dark Knight, they were like, "Oh, they can do that. Well, we can do that too," and they changed.
Oh, they're getting serious? These guys are serious? We can be serious too.
Serious Batman? That's
No more
Huh?
Spidey rescuing Billy's cat from the tree.
yeah. That's the other thing too. Is like with the '80s, like cartoons, like every cartoon had like a sidekick character that was really annoying, and
Yeah.
Snarf, friggin' Gleek.
Orko.
Orko.
Like,
Ugh.
every show.
Dude, I
had-
was so mad.
Dungeons and Dragons had that unicorn.
Yeah,
like
Uni.
yeah.
Which, that show was already annoying enough because you had the 8-year-old barbarian kid.
That show was so
Everybody had
ridiculous.
one weapon.
No. Not everybody had a weapon.
Well, sorry,
he had
one-
a club.
Item. He had the
And then-
club. The one dude had a shield but no weapon.
Who wasn't even
And then
a
the
real
other
Dungeons
the
and
chick had a
Dragons
cloak.
And the one chick had a pole vault.
A pole vault, the other girl had a cloak. And like the one dude had the cool weapon. He had
Yeah,
that-
Willie
that-
Ames had the bow with no string or arrows.
Mhm.
Right. And they were making up characters that didn't exist. Like they had to like did anybody actually talk to the people at the TSR when they were making that cartoon? Because they were like,
They're-
"You're
this
an
is Dungeon
acrobat
Master."
and you're a cavalier," and it's like, guys, this isn't. I mean, they created
Yeah.
them. They created them later because they wanted to be like, you know,
They totally had those by then.
Right.
Those showed up in second edition.
Not in the 80s, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they did
You had the
not.
Thief Acrobat, the Cavalier. Those were already
They
around
added
by
the
the time
Cavalier to
we were playing
it was in
Dragonlance.
Dragon Magazine. They added it in there. They're like, "Who is the Cavalier?" And then they created it because I used to have a subscription to Dragon. And yeah, no. Anyway, point being, is cartoons back then were dumb.
Yes.
And
Manchi cheese.
and then they got a little bit better, although, they X-Men, when they came out with their comics or their thing, the X-Men series was pretty good, but they introduced that to TV right when Jubilee became a character, and so they had to have Jubilee in there, which nobody liked Jubilee. I don't know why they went with the Jubilee character, because nobody liked Jubilee. They should have just killed her in the first month or two that they had her, or got rid of her. I don't know how she became I would love to know what kind of strategic decision went on at Marvel that they decided that they needed Jubilee. She didn't even have a good power. She had fireworks. It's so dumb. So dumb. Have you ever met anybody that liked that character?
The Cavalier was introduced by Gary Gygax at Dragon number 72, April 1983.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was in Dragon Magazine. I had a subscription.
Okay.
It was after the cartoon. Well, after the cartoon started.
First episode date for Dungeons and Dragons, September 17th, 1983.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dude, I was so excited when that show came out.
I know. Me and my buddies gathered around for the first week. We had a sleepover that Friday because it was going to be awesome. And we were like, what in... And even the intro to the show, they even set it up to make you think, okay, this is a little corny and dumb that it's an amusement park ride. But okay, maybe because that was just that was Tiamat breathing flames all over everybody. This is going to be awesome. And then 2 minutes in, we meet the toady little dungeon master and the friggin' unicorn. I was like, God, my childhood is ruined now.
Yeah. The hell.
And they'd drop hints that Venger was the dungeon master's son or something.
Right, yeah.
And then you wouldn't hear
then
anything else about it for 20 episodes or something. This is ridiculous.
See, I didn't get that deep.
My brother bought me the whole collection.
Yeah.
I don't think I was allowed to watch it when I was a kid, because it was satanic or something.
That's true. I didn't even think of that. So I was going to say, I know, my one cousin, I would go over his house and we started playing it, and then his dad got remarried, and that ended because his stepmom was like, "You guys are worshiping the devil. I won't have that in my home." Really?
All right. Well, that's it for the show. We'll be back next week with more of what's happening in Cleveland and cartoons, I guess. So, write in whatever you want at videogamenews.com. I know it doesn't have anything to do with Cleveland, but that's just how this show is. And we'll read your email on the air and talk to you next week. Good night.
Later, everybody.
If you're lucky.
Peace.